Alrighty then. How we doing, everybody? What's up? Welcome in. By everybody, I mean all four of you. Giant crowd tonight. Giant crowd tonight. So we are in for a treat. We're getting some great price action. Kids are back in school. School or youth sports are in full swing. It's a good old time to be alive. We're going to be checking out the stocks, the commodities, and of course the cryptos. Don't worry, Chipperton, I already got your XDC requests in here already. Hopefully you guys are having a good time. Hopefully you're ready. I'm not going to spend too much time on the stocks or the commodities. We're going to take a little bit longer on the crypto stuff because it seems like that's where the fun is happening. Okay, that thing is not helping me at all. No, it's a bull trap. What did I write? Oh, yeah, I did mean that. Yeah, my bad. Totally mistyped. It's bullish times out here. Bullish times. We should probably close that. First, do you think the bottom is in? What's up, Rennie Reyes? Do I think the bottom's in? There are strong indications to think that the bottom is in. Do I know for certain? No. No, I said before, my whole understanding of when a confirmation of the bottom being in is when Bitcoin can legitimately hold the 200 EMA and bullishly backtest it while getting the RSI below the 50. That is when I'll be like, hey, looks like the bottom is confirmed in. Now, I did make a video, I think it was a month, maybe two ago, where I basically said, hey, it looks like the bottom could be in. So if you guys do want to see that, you can look through my videos when I'm doing TA on Bitcoin, and I openly say it in the video, but, not many people watch during the bearish times. So I do believe there are some very strong arguments to say the bottom's in, but of course, currently everybody has a much better argument to say we don't know. Now, the people who are saying, no, it's not in, we have one more plunge to the downside, I feel like they don't have quite as good of an argument at the moment because we are above the 200 EMA, but they're still entitled to their opinions. The history goes to show they could be right. So, we'll see. We'll see. Leave it pretty vague for that, but my personal opinion, yeah, I think the bottom is probably in. Probably, but that's just my opinion. I could be proven wrong. I just want the price action, if I'm being honest. All right. Please check ABT, bro. When is gonna send to 50 cents soon, we will check it. ABT. All right, let's go ahead and dive into the list. Let's get on into it. Tired of wasting your time here. So, taking a look at NVIDIA to start. So, NVIDIA here, interesting price action. We started pulling back hard, really hard. Losing the 50 EMA on the daily, not ideal. Not ideal, to say the least. And Dia, bro, thank you. No problem, man. We'll throw in some Dia. DIA. I got you covered. We're gonna fly through these. So, anyways, so yeah, right now Nvidia seeing a lower high. Basically, this is the second lower high that we've created. Not looking strong there. Your stochastic is trying to reset. You are still above the 200 EMA, so maybe, just maybe, we could still see a move to the upside. After hours, we are seeing a little bit of buying pressure. So, as of right now, until we create a lower low, we're going to be looking still for that 263 to play out. NVIDIA is kind of a giant, so if it starts to go down, I think we have much bigger problems. Much bigger problems. So we'll see. Looks like we do have an earnings call coming on 2 days. So in 2 days, so this might be some pre-selling, just people trying to cover their butts in case there is a bad earnings call. So we'll see. We'll see. Been a while. It has been a while. Has been a while. How you doing over there? School. Oh, school. It's still August. Chipperton. My nephew and my daughter have already started school here in California. They've been in school for a whole week. They're on week 2. So yeah, it's kind of crazy how early they started, but it is what it is. It is what it is. Yeah, California's on some weird stuff. Weird. All right. Sorry, I heard my name. Yeah, of course. What's up? Oh, thank you. Appreciate it. Yeah, I don't think you're drinking it. Thanks, bud. Sweet. We got food. It must be bullish times. I'm getting food delivered to me again. Where you been? The price action told me not to go live, so I've just been making videos. That's where I've been. Anyways, so that's what I see out of NVIDIA. Not much to talk about here. Let's move on. We got MU Micron. Yeah, school started last Wednesday, I think, after my dog walking time. But glad are gone during the day. That's pretty funny. That is pretty funny. All right, so looking at Micron, we're right now testing that 50 EMA. Looking pretty good. You think the bottom is in? Why is everybody... A lot of people really focus on that bottom being in. My opinion, there are strong indications the bottom's in. Strong indications, but you never know. You never know. All we really need is the Fed to, do something stupid, and the bottom's not in anymore. I think as long as everything stays the same, the Treasury keeps on trying to print money, and if the Fed actually focuses in on making the jobs market stronger, yeah, the bottom could be in, but we don't know for certain, so we kind of have to just wait and see. Once we get a bullish backtest of the 200 EMA on the daily, though, with our RSI below the 50, that'll be a very strong indication and get me to say, hey, looks like the bottom's in. And I can say it with a lot more confidence. Right now, we're just crossing it. We're still impulsing to the upside. We could easily go up to 100 or 101,000 and then pull back very easily. So, just saying. My opinion, I think it's in, but, we'll see. We'll see. All right, Micron right now. I'm still very bullish on Micron. We did break that downtrend. We're still well above that 200 EMA. We're back testing the 50 EMA, and we're doing pretty good. I still think that 1449 still in play. I think right now we're just seeing some solid profit taking. We do have an earnings call on Micron out in September 29th. So I think after the profit taking's done, we should start seeing this thing go up a little bit further. But we'll see how it all pans out. The TA looks good. Looks to be in our favor. More things say bottom is in, then don't. The Bitcoin is weird. Yeah, Bitcoin is weird. Bitcoin is definitely weird. Looking at SanDisk. So, haven't looked at SanDisk in a while. We're going to see what it's doing. We did put in a lower high. That's kind of unfortunate because we did have a lot of bearish divergence going into this. We had a lower high. Now we're confirming this area as a resistance. Not ideal for SanDisk, but noted. You had like a generational rally. So profit taking is completely normal. Completely normal. If I was looking at this as that being your lower high, I would have basically been playing this to the downside right here. And if that's the case, you made a measured move before you bounced up. Now you're creating a higher high. Possibility SanDisk continues to the upside, but I think honestly, how much people are spending on memory, I don't think that's sustainable. So thinking that we could see further downside. It is a possibility. We are back below that 50 EMA. Would not surprise me if we went down and held some support. Around 694 would be nice. But anytime you're above the 200 EMA, really hard to start shorting. Really, really hard to start shorting. So we're going to stay bullish until otherwise. We're going to look at this as a liquidity grab for now, because we just crossed back into the bullish territory on the RSI on the daily. So it's kind of bullish, but we did see some sell pressure earlier. Who knows? Who knows? I will say some of these high rising stocks, they're pretty hard to read right now. But one that's not very hard to read, and I think we all should be paying attention to, is Coinbase. So Coinbase right now is moving and grooving. We have been maintaining that 146 as support for a long time. but now we finally broke above previous resistance, and we could start acting as support. This is a good sign, very good sign. Common retrace indicates we could see something like this playing out. Something like this going all the way back up to 330. So we still have a long-term downtrend to break out of, but I think we're doing okay. You know what? I'm going to turn off my indicator right now so the chart's easier to see. Oh man, didn't that get rid of a lot of noise? And then we're also going to turn this one off as well. There we go. It's too bad I don't have the regular EMAs out there, but I do have this other indicator that will at least show us the 200. It won't show us the 50, but it does show us the 200. So right now, the 200 EMA on the daily is acting as a resistance for Coinbase. Is acting as resistance. So we have to wait and see, are we going to create our higher low and then burst right through it? Or is tomorrow going to be an amazing day? Who knows? All I do know is we are not overbought yet, and we're looking pretty good, being above 172. Looking pretty good. Next up, MSTR. So MicroStrategy, they did have some wonderful bullish news. They're putting some money to the side to start buying some more Bitcoin. This news was so amazing that it actually went up and broke out of a downtrend today. So this now blue box of death is the next hurdle we face. But MicroStrategy doing pretty good. Pretty darn good. As of right now, getting a common retrace seems inevitable. Especially with Bitcoin rallying, it's probably going to make investors a little more excited about how much Bitcoin MicroStrategy is holding. Don't be surprised if we see the price come all the way up to 315 on the bullishness in the crypto market playing out. So this could lead us to possibly another 152% upside. So this is actually fantastic. Actually fantastic. Still not overbought yet. We're going to see how it interacts with the 200. If we can break through it, this 152 definitely could play out. But first hurdle, got to get above that 178.46. Got to get above that. And then we'll reassess, of course. So there's that. All right, moving on to the commodities. We're going to start off with some gold, XAU, USD. So checking out some gold. Gold's been doing great. Just great. Broke out of its downtrend. Just been rallying to the upside. The really good part, we are above the 200 EMA. I don't believe we have a golden cross yet because this indicator does not have the 50 EMA, but the 21 EMA is crossed. So that's usually a start to some great things. Usually a start. Right now, what I would be aiming at is possibly going up and testing somewhere around 5,076. Given enough time, it should get up there. Just because we do want to clear this high. If we don't clear this high and we utilize the same area as resistance, probably an amazing place to start shorting gold. Considering they're trying to print money by any means possible from the looks of it, I would bet gold is going to perform extraordinarily well going into the end of the year. I'd wager that. So don't be surprised if we see gold trying to trend or move all the way up to around new all-time highs, around that 6,121. As of now, focusing on this blue box here, aiming at that 5,062 level. Gold's looking good, looking pretty nice. Let's check out silver, XAG, Silva. So silver just got across its 200 EMA, absolutely beautiful. One thing to point out though, it is still maintaining this downtrend right here. So that is one thing to point out. Once we break this downtrend, I mean, off to the races, honestly. Silver might completely outperform gold, and we might see it around this 130 to 150 range a lot faster than we think. So go silver, doing great, not overbought yet. And it looks like it's flipping the 200 into support. So you metals traders, hopefully you're enjoying the price action out of them. All right, next up we got oil. The U.S. oil. So looking at oil, God, it still looks bullish. Still looking bullish. Still looking like gas prices are screwed. That's unfortunate. I still wouldn't be surprised if 97.09 plays out, especially as now we're trying to ramp up the sanctions and the stopping of people from helping Iran. And when war tensions go up, oil goes up with it. So, you know, here we are. Thankfully, we're not affecting China, so China's not trying to get involved, so that's positive. But yeah, higher oil prices. It's gonna be amazing. Yippee! Let's check out the Dixie, see what's going on with the dollar. Going on with the oh boy, dollar's been falling pretty good. Also, not only has the dollar been falling, but we lost the uptrend. Oh boy. Oh boy. And I'm guessing a death cross is underway. Wow. So I guess the Treasury trying to tap into the general fund over at the Fed is not really strong for the dollar, as they are trying to increase the circulating supply of dollars in the system. Yeah, going to make the dollar a bit weaker. I would look for some support around 95. If that is the case, we're going to see everything go up. I mean, everything. Commodities, stocks, crypto, everything. Can I check near? I certainly can. Certainly can. I will do there, bud. How you doing today, Cliff? How you doing today? So yeah, looking at this, could see another 3.44% downside. That is going to our more recent lows. If we continue below that, we have support at 93.64. So bullish on losing buying power. Let's go, baby. All right, now let's see what is happening with the 10-year Treasury. So the 10-year yields, 10-year Treasury bonds. We're getting some Treasury intervention, yet it's still climbing up. And this looks like it's about ready to go parabolic. Not ideal. Not ideal, because if we that means nobody wants to buy our debt. That means we're definitely getting inflation. This could cause hyperinflation. That's not good. That's, oh boy, that's rough. All right. Well, next stop, I'll see you at 5%, just like our 30-year. See you up there. So much for those CD loans. Damn. Or not loans, CD accounts. Actually, a CD account might do pretty well, but you might just want a money market account at this point. Because if our bond rates are going up that high, money's probably flowing into equities. If the dollar's weakening, not good. Not good. This is also going to make it to where borrowing for companies is going to be awful. Oh, boy. All right, we're going to move on. Let's get into what most of you are here for. Let's start looking at the cryptos. So we're going to start off with Bitcoin real quick, going into the corn. Looking at Bitcoin on the daily. Holy, what a rally, right? What a rally. We had one day to catch our breath before it kept on running. If you guys remember from one of my recent videos, this was a swing trade setup. Just thought I'd point that out. But yeah, we could be heading up to that $100,264 level, and it wouldn't even be weird. It's common retrace. So common retrace could hit, and then we could roll over from there. The nice part about it, we would create a higher high. That's really the big part. Once we create that higher low, well, game on, baby. Game on. As you can see from previous times, usually you have a high back here, you fall, you go into some crater, you create a high, you dip down, and then you create a new high. Yeah, on that pullback, you're basically like, hey, this might be our last time. Did it again before new bull run started. This could take a while. Hopefully you're ready for the ride, but we could see a pullback. We are hitting very nice overhead resistance right now. At 82,403. That is the number to beat. But the really nice part, well above the 200 EMA, we're going to be getting a golden cross soon, and we have 2 levels of support that can hold us up and keep us warm at night. All we really need to do is stay above 65,000, so it could get real dark real quick on a sudden drop. So mentally prepare for something like that. If it hits 100K, what level do you see it pulling back to before new all-time highs? I would think anywhere between 78 71K would be good areas to, dollar cost average in. But realistically, it could go all the way down to 65,494. Would not be strange. Not at all. It would just be creating that higher low, holding a level of support that was once acting as a resistance. I'm pretty pessimistic in the crypto world because it happens so often that it's like, hey, you can't just leave a level that was once a resistance without testing it as a support. It a lot of times comes back and tests it. A lot of times. So I would be very pessimistic. I would be watching around this 78, 71 level, but my go-to would be that 65,494. That would be my go-to. But yeah, if you were paying attention to any of my videos and you decided to jump into a swing trade on Bitcoin, you would currently be up 28%. Absolutely wild. Absolutely wild. So yeah, Bitcoin's looking pretty darn good right now. You are overbought on the daily, so expect chop, expect pullbacks, expect something weird to happen to get that RSI to cool off. Looking at your 4-hour though, your 4 hours has no chill. Hanging out in overbought territory like it belongs there. Absolutely amazing how strong it is. Looking at your 1 hour, we saw the bearish divergence all the way up here. We traded sideways out of it before rallying again. Kind of nuts. Usually it takes a lot longer for that to play out. Usually a lot longer. But in the short term, might be looking at Bitcoin trying to do something like this. Something like this. Aiming at 83,661. However, based off this trade setup, you would already be at your first profit-taking level. Second profit-taking level is 81,911. So, something to pay attention to. Bio and Base Cat. All right, I got you, DZ. Hello, how you doing? Welcome in. Bio and Base Cat. Didn't Base Cat get listed on Coinbase like today? Something like that. 58K was in. Hella called it. Oh boy. Oh boy. Alrighty. Are you in any trades? I am. I am currently in Pendle and ENA because ChatGPT told me to. So currently ENA, we're down slightly. Very slight. We're only down about 4% on a 25x long. On Pendle, we are currently down 22% on a 20x long. So we're out here like swimwear. We're playing some games. Yeah. Everyone who wants 50K BTC can buy at 150K, right? ETF is going on with Bitcoin. Well, excuse me. What's up, Maxie? How you doing? How you doing? Yeah, those are two trades I'm in. Don't worry, we're gonna be checking those charts. I got you covered. I got you covered. Oh, what the F's going on with Bitcoin? This is what happens when money printing is on. When you know money printing is happening by way of the U.S. Treasury deciding to throw a bunch of money into bonds to try and lower the bond rate, this is what happens. We can't keep this up. You're right. The idea is we can't, but you know, it all depends on how much are they trying to print. That is going to dictate what's going on. Yo, what is up? He will crash the whole market. Scott Besson is going to mess up everything. I don't know. He's going to mess it up. I think he's going to crash the whole stock market. Remember, Bitcoin and crypto was built because of these situations. So it should thrive theoretically. Theoretically. September will be a disaster with Dems winning and no Clarity Act. That's a good point. Could be pretty rough out there. Could be pretty rough. All right, let's go check out Ethereum. So Ethereum has been the one to watch. Ethereum's been a monster lately. Absolute monster. Still looking at that move, getting up to that 618. We're almost there. We are almost there. So then we start looking at what is the next level. Next level we're looking at is going to be 35.25. Next level for that. And then above that, we would be looking at possibly 36.31, just for the common retraces. That 36.31, I would be all eyes on that one for now, because right now we are getting the cross of the 21 and the 200. So golden cross is on the way. Golden cross on the way. Porky, I bet this will be 2018. I remember everything. We pumped, then it crashed by 85%. You know, it was funny. I made that distinction, I think, like last week. I was like, you know, it's looking a lot like the last, or like the first bull run I was in. Gone all the way down to $3,100, pumped up to 14,000, and then it dropped all the way to $3,600. And it was like, dang, that was rough. That could happen again. So we shall see. We shall see. Yo, what's up, Rich? Welcome in. Alrighty. Anyways, so yeah, this is Ethereum right now. Ethereum's looking really strong. The thing I like most about Ethereum's chart right now is the fact that we did have this major level that was acting as a resistance. We are above it, and technically, we back tested it as support. So Ethereum looks extraordinarily strong, but we also had Bitmain. They started buying up more Ethereum, more than ever. Well, yeah, not more than ever, but they're increasing their holdings. They now hold 4% of the, I think it's 4, of the entire circulating supply of Ethereum. And the best part about it, they decided to stake it. So they will have plenty of money from their staking rewards to sell off. That's what they have. BTC to 146K by October. That's a strong bet. Oh boy, that would be wild. Because, you know, most people are thinking the bottom will be in by October. That would be, oh, that would be a shocker if instead it's like, nah, we're at 146. Man, that would be rough. All right. So, anyways, that's Ethereum. Don't want to spend too much time with it, but I will point out the 1 hour time frame. Same as Bitcoin, we had major bearish divergence. We created our lower high, slight dip. Now we're rallying out of there. So, would not surprise me in the least if right this moment Ethereum is trying to do something in the realm of this, or we could be heading up somewhere around 2776 or 2889. Wouldn't surprise me. Just bullish times in the market. Could see a 10, maybe even a 15% move to the upside. Damn, slow your roll. Nah, you don't need to slow his roll. He's bullish. It's okay. It's a green day. Get all the bulls out here. Now we're going to check out the hopes and dreams for the altcoins. We're checking out ETH to BTC. So, haven't looked at this chart in a while, but I know I have some drawings on here that I think might be interesting, because when I drew this out, everyone said I was insane. Here we are, though, with the beautiful breakout, the nice movement to the upside, and I'm still saying we could see Ethereum outperform Bitcoin up to 121%. It's okay. It's okay. I get all the hate, so you guys don't have to. It's fine. It's fine. But then hindsight's always 2020. So either way, right now on the daily for your ETH to Bitcoin comparison, we have a beautiful breakout. We have a level that could act as support at this 0.3 level. As of right now, if there was a 50 EMA, would not be a surprise in the least if we had a golden cross. So I do believe the altcoins are now getting that chance to breathe and come alive. But remember, the game has changed. And now we have to worry about what is Wall Street interested in. And this is where I have to make my pitch for the members out there. So members, if you are a member on this channel and you're a part of the free Discord, we do have a members only lounge. Okay. So in the members lounge, I just put in a bot, which this bot, well, not even a bot, it's an app. It gives us market updates based off the news. And based off whatever news is coming out, it's telling us a market bias, whether it's bullish or bearish, telling us the most affected coins, but the best part gives you altcoins to watch and or trade. So this is the most important part. This will make it to where, hey, you guys can actually pay attention to what Wall Street would be paying attention to during the day, and then you can trade your other altcoins at night as the liquidity starts moving around overnight. So just a little thank you to all the members. Members, you get access to this thing because it's going 24/7. It's scrubbing everything, finding the latest news every hour, and giving us updates. So, hopefully you guys enjoy that in the members lounge. Make sure your YouTube is linked to your Discord so you can get access to this lounge. Anyways, link is in the description down below. Join us. Anywho's. ETH, Circle, and Coin Heavy. Nice trade. I mean, if you look at the chart, ETH is due for a big pump. That's fair. It's totally fair. All right. Anyways, that is ETH to Bitcoin. This thing looks solid. Looks great. Looks like it wants to move. When is the pullback? No idea. Honestly, no idea. Maybe Jackson Hole on Friday. Just maybe. Because remember, Jackson Hole is on Friday. We do have some core PCE numbers as well as Q2 GDP numbers coming out this week. But Jackson Hole is this Friday. So that's the much anticipated possible pullback. We're going to crash hard as hell. Maybe. Just maybe. Gonna go to 150, maybe 200K this run. Who knows? XLM, I got you, Rich. I got you. We do have a few more cryptos to look at, and then we will get into the list. On the list, XLM is now on the list because you just requested it. But it was not before. It was not before. All right, we're checking out Solana. Solana. So looking at Solana here, distinctively I was trading this earlier. I'm going to clear that off. I smell one of the biggest rug pulls next month. Could be. Could be. Ral, biddy please. We will... Well, we can double back to... Oh, wait. Biddy like the coin? We will throw Biddy onto the list. Pepe. All right, we'll check out Pepe. And then you also want SPX. Got you. Biddy. I would like to request LTC for Hulk. Okay. All right. Litecoin's probably the one to watch for now. Like that might be the biggest moving asset in the crypto world in the coming weeks. It might be. It has a halving coming next year. Halving is coming. It'll come fast too. It'll come fast and hard. Giggity. All right. XRP gonna hit 589 for sure this run. Oh no. Oh no. We can't have that. We literally just can't have that. All right, this was your downtrend. That's fine. We had a liquidity sweep also for Sol. Great. Awesome. Love to see it. So there we go. Liquidity sweep. We do have overhead resistance right up here. So as of right now, the bet right now is, hey, we're probably going to hit that 119. Probably going to hit that 119. Damn, not the opposite. 5.58. Right. Oh, man. So right now we have two levels that we're focused in on when it comes to Solana. And that's based off your fib, common retrace. Looking at 180 for that common retrace. But as of right now, this overhead resistance at 119, that's the area to beat. That is the area to beat. So here it is. And noted, Solana, thanks to the news, it's definitely one to watch. It's gaining some extra liquidity. Is that a double bottom on BTC on the 1 minute? I don't have a clue. I'm not looking at the 1 minute time frame. Oh boy. These things have been written in stone, right? Right? That's funny. A double bottom on BTC on the 1 minute. Who knows? Could be. All right. So right now for Solana, looking pretty solid for that move up. Let's check the 1 hour for overnight trading. And just like Bitcoin and Ethereum, you had your bearish divergence forming, you pulled back, and then you started rallying out of it. So right now, here's your trade setup and where it's going. More than likely. Could fail. Could always fail. This is what you'd be looking at. So lining up perfectly, that 119 is the target. 119 is the target for now. Could happen overnight. Could happen over a couple days. 16.94% to the upside. Looking pretty nice. Pretty nice. XRP is next. All right, I hate to be bullish on XRP, but I already have the drawings on the chart. Oh, God. All right, so we talked about the point of control in the past. We had a little dipperoonie below it, but we did hit that point of control and broke above it. Now we're looking at that 50% retrace. So knocked one level out, knocked the point of control out. Now we're looking at the possible move up to 203 right now. But more than likely, it's probably going to go to that 241. Ugh, gross. Let's actually pull the fibs a little bit differently, because we are technically at a higher low, which I really hate to say. So instead, we might actually see XRP, if this continues, XRP could be back up to 265.98. Nobody wants to see the XRP army happy, but it's a possibility they'll get really happy with a 73% move to the upside. It's a possibility. I don't even have LTC. I'm sure you could start mining it. I'm sure you could mine it. All right, we're going to close the poll. Ending the poll. So it looks like on the poll we have 53% of you are traders. All you want to do is just trade. Give me the price action. 40% do believe Bitcoin will hold the 80K support. And then, of course, 7% of you do not believe it's holding support. All right, we got 7 pessimists in here. Not bad. Not bad on the results. Not bad on the results. I don't believe you. I spent all mining Monero, then swapped it to Sol. Okay, that makes sense. You definitely got Doge. Hey, you might have some Doge. You might have Doge. Who knows? Who knows? All right, so let's go into the 1 hour. So we're going to give it the same treatment as the other big coins. Yeah, see, we had this great bearish divergence forming all the way back here at $1.12. Oh, boy. It canceled it out right here, which is the more amazing part. And then on your wick low, you did create a higher low. Absolutely insane. So for you day traders out there, sadly, it doesn't look quite as pronounced as the others, but you still could see this move up to 193. So let's see if the bulls of XRP can do it. 27% upside is a possibility here. I've been watching you for almost 3 years. Damn, DZ, it's been almost 3 years and I'm still not above 2K subscribers. I'm a terrible YouTuber. Golly, that's depressing. That is depressing. We only got 21 viewers in here after 3 years. Ugh. So sad. Very questionable times right now for me. All right, BNB, checking it out. I do more volunteer work out here. So, BNB, I was more bullish on this thing than most others. And yeah, looks like I was pretty bullish for a reason. We got a nice move to the upside. We held that 570 pretty well after dipping below it. But we got our bullish divergence, higher low, and then it was off to the races. Off to the races. Damn, DZ get modded for that. You know, that's fair. DZ should get modded. He should. You know what? Let's see if I can do that. I forgot how I mod people. Add as mod. Well, look at that. We can fucking do that right now. Managing mod, standard mod. Can change blocked words. Review, remove shit. I don't know what the difference is. So there you go. He's got his wrench. Been watching for years too. Well, Rich is a mod. So oh, it used to be wrenches. Now it's just a shield. Interesting. Interesting. All right. There we go. We have a new mod in the house. You guys better put some respect on DZ's name. All right. So right now for BNB, honestly, BNB, I would be the least surprised. For 17 years, brother, give me the channel. That's pretty funny. Like, I haven't even been live for 17 years, but okay. All right, 1,056. Let's go. Got it. Thanks. Now I'm a mod. All right. Good luck to the chat. DZ's now a mod. Be careful. He's into Girls Gone Wild. He's into Girls Gone Wild. Oh, man. Oh, hell, DZ, right? So, yeah. BNB, I'm looking forward to that 1,056 playing out. It might actually be a great time for accumulation. Anything below 824. What we know from BNB, as you can see from the past, it makes higher lows. So the bottom might actually be in for BNB right now. So we might see this thing take off to brand new highs on this new cycle of what's more than likely going to turn into hyperinflation for everyone. It's going to be great. It's going to be awesome. Who's ready for 12% inflation? Who's ready? or 16% based off my goddamn meat prices. Jesus. Anyways, moving on. We got ENA. So this is one of the trades I'm in right now. ENA. Currently on the daily, looking really strong. Above that 200, great. I'm focused in more on this high from the last time you tested that 200 to the recent low. So there it is. Did I get the right one? No, I didn't. No, I didn't. Now I did. It's dialed in, baby. So ENA, I wouldn't be surprised if we get up to 35 cents. That would be the lowest surprise of my life. But as of right now, for a trade setup, I am in a very, very tight little trade here. Little tight trade, which apparently we're getting pooped on the trade, honestly. Getting absolutely wrecked. But this is the downtrend that we are broken out of. So that right there, broken out, bullish back test on the 1 hour time frame. It tried to stop me out already. It tried, but it failed. We are now trying to push our way back above that 50 EMA, or the 21 EMA, I should say. My bad. And on the 15-minute, we are resetting with these higher lows happening. We have bullish divergence and a higher low as well. As long as we don't get liquidity swept, we're going to be okay. Currently on the trade, we are down by 8% on a 25x long. And it does look like this is about a 10x trade. Pretty close. Close to a 10x trade, so we'll see how it pans out. I have a very tight stop loss on this thing. 15.26 is my stop. And the profit taking level is right up here. It is a 34% move to the upside. Looking for that 2091 level. So that's what we're doing. But a quick dip could stop me out in a second. I think Pulse Chain will act as leverage on ETF like last bull run. Could be. Could be. All right, next up, we got Morpho, which I did not look at before the stream, and I probably should have, because Morpho, it can move. It has that pump ability that I like. As you can see on the daily here, great pumpage on this day, 25%. But let's go ahead and clear the chart. Let's see what we got here. Beautiful price action. Holy moly. I would say that it's probably cooked, though, because that seems like a measured move to me. Right here. Yeah, you're basically hitting that measured move. So right now, it's kind of like wait and see for Morpho. Coming out of that overbought territory is great. Let's check your 4 hour. 4 hours trying to reset. You do have bearish divergence, but you might have canceled it out. It's an argument. Maybe you canceled it out. Maybe you didn't. But you are maintaining this previous high. Haven't really tested it as support, but you are staying above the 21 EMA as well. So things are looking promising for Morpho. It could rally from here. I would be a little cautious. As of the short term on the 1 hour, looking at it, I would be very cautious and probably looking to short this overnight. Getting support somewhere in the neighborhood of 237 might be really nice. Porky, remember me from a couple years ago? Kovo? Oh, I do remember you. How's it going? Can you do TA on WW on Sol for me? If I can find it on TradingView, I certainly can. How you doing, Daniel Thomas? It's been a hot minute. How you doing? WW on Sol. As long as I can find it on TradingView, I got you covered there. I got you covered. So yeah, right now we are in that bearish control zone. Let's get a little more information on the 15. 15's trying to do God's work out here. You dipped a little bit below the 200. You double bottomed. Now you're trying to push your way up. Might be a good time to jump in. You do have hidden bullish divergence, surprisingly. Massive hidden bull. Holy shit. Okay, massive hidden bullish divergence starting from down here on the 15-minute. Holy, that is quite a sharp uptrend. I'll tell you what. But if you break this downtrend, then game on, baby. Game on. I would only aim to the 1 for this one, though. Only aim for the 1. So I'd be aiming at that 325.35. So if this were to be bullish and pan out and work, oh god, that's 23% upside. Sheesh. Bullish AF. That's only if you get that break of the downtrend. So I would be cautious, but from your 15-minute point of view, it looks pretty darn good. Looks like it might want to chop around sideways before rallying again. So watch this thing, pay attention, maybe put it on your watch list. None of this is ever financial advice. However, all of you should take a little bit of advice and join the links in the description below if you need any trading. We have the links to Buy DeFi, Blowfin, BitUnex, even Weeks. You guys can get some pretty good deposit bonuses, as well as trading bonuses, trading competitions. Go take advantage of the house's money. Go check the links in the description below. Helps out the channel greatly. Go do that. It's fantastic. All right, moving on from Morpho, we got Pendle. Pendle. So this is another trade that I'm in right now. Currently, I am in a long. This is definitely not the chart that I'm in on. I'm in on the. Oh, this is the chart. Okay, cool. So right now, I'm in on this bad boy. I'm just gonna go over it quickly here. We do have an 1618 sitting up here. We did hit the 1272, pulled back. Now we're holding it at the moment. And when I got in, we were breaking out of the downtrend. Now it looks like it's trying to backtest it or something. All I needed to do is don't cross that low. Just don't cross the low. But as of right now, we're getting our butt handed to us. What in the world was that? Sent me hiding? What is that thing? 10 jewels. I've never seen that before. Thank you so much for the 10 jewels. I appreciate you. So yeah, this is a pretty solid trade setup right now. We are sitting in a very good entry point if we stay bullish on the lower time frame. Stochastic's coming to the bullish side on the 1 hour. We're about to get a 4-hour candle close. So as long as we can maintain outside of this downtrend, should be okay. 15 minutes trying to reset and re-enter that bullish control zone. We are above the 200 EMA. That's kind of the most important part. Got our bullish divergence, higher low situation. So as long as we get the bullish momentum, we're going on up. Literally no idea either, but cheers. Yeah. Cheers, man. I appreciate the 10 jewels. Yeah, I've honestly never seen that. As you can tell, we don't have very nice donations around here. So don't feel the need to do that. Don't feel the need. Anyways, this could turn into, from where it's standing right now, a 15% move to the upside. We just need the bullish bids to start coming in. Just need that. Just stopping by to say hello. Well, what's up, Nanya? Hello, how you doing? Welcome back. It has been a while. Appreciate you stopping in here. Hopefully life is going well. The kids are doing great. Got a little taller, hair a little shinier. Hopefully meat prices aren't kicking your butt. All right, moving on from this, we got Aave, which currently is down 4%. So not really sure how this thing's dying off, but sheesh. Let's go ahead and check out the 4-hour. Let's see what is going on here. So we're playing around with the 21 EMA. Great time to get out of your longs, in my opinion, and based off this wonderful momentum trade setup thing that I made. So currently for the 4-hour, what I would be looking for is a hold of support, possibly around 121. If you lose the 121, very likely you go down to 110. Can always just go vegetarian. Well, you said vegetarian. They still eat meat. Usually it's eggs, but, you know, it's still meat. If egg prices go up, they're screwed. Now, if you're saying vegan, that just means you're bad at hunting. You know, nobody wants to be that person. Like, oh, I'm a bad hunter. Darn. No offense to the vegans out there, but all the offense in the world at the same time. Alrighty. Looking at this, we did have a lot of bearish divergence, but now it just seems like some solid profit taking. Doesn't look like anything too bad. I would pay attention to Aave in the morning. If Ethereum is still pumping to the upside, Aave is probably going to go along with it. Probably going to be pretty strong alongside it. Currently, you are hitting a level of support. That's great. If you can stay above 126 and break out of your downtrend, then we can start talking, because you do have hidden bullish divergence on the 1 hour. So if that is the case, from that point, after you confirm this is the pullback you're looking for, could be somewhere around 156 or 165 is the next target up. Could be pretty solid. BTC is now closer to 100K than 60K. That's kind of wild. Kind of wild, but it's true. It's true. As soon as you crossed over the 80K, that's true. 146K. Remember who called it? Yep. You called it. All right. Alrighty. So, as long as you don't change your profile picture, because, your name being the at crypto, that, a lot harder to remember. Alrighty. The last one I got for you guys is Link. I know I'm probably losing some of you, but this is the last one, I promise. Then we're getting into all your requests. Johnny. I was going to say Tommy. Oh, man. Thankfully, you said Johnny. I didn't even realize Link was moving this much. That's insane. Based off your 1 hour time frame, we could see Link going up to 1361 or 1434. Damn. I wouldn't try and get in this trade overnight. You do have a high stochastic on the 1 hour. I would be very weary of that. You could start falling. If you do fall, you should find some support. Sitting down here at 1080. So I would pay attention to that 1080 level if you start pulling back. But as of right now, looking pretty darn decent. Looking pretty gosh darn decent. I think a 2x from last bull run, which puts it 252K. That's my prediction. Pretty solid prediction. I like it. I like it. Wow. So now you're on board with we're entering a new bull run? Okay. All right. I feel you. I feel you. I hear you. Heard every last darn word right there. Loud and clear. Yeah. Smelled the colors and everything. Nope. Too late to take it back. All right, we're going to move on. Let's go out to the 4 hour, because I'm sure most of you are just focused in on the trade setups. So let's go into the first request, which we have XLM from Rich. XLM. Remember how it works here, everybody? The members go first. They are directly supporting the channel. We're going to cover all 3 of these member requests, and then we're going to move into the general population. So that is the one main benefit of the $5 a month is you get to jump the line. So don't hold it against me. Just kind of is what it is. Where it's paperwork and stuff, It is what it is. All right, right now XLM looking solid on the 4 hour, looking really solid. Back in neutral territory, low stochastics, holding on the 21 EMA. The 21 EMA in bullish times acts as a very strong level of support. So that is something to pay attention to. From here, we still could see some more movement to the upside. Still could see it. So from your recent lows, we have only done a very mild retracement. To get to your common retrace, still looking for 21 or 24, 28. Well, we could be looking at another 22% upside. 21.81% to the upside would be nice. Nice little start. Ooh, but would you look at that? Would you look at that? Good thing I zoomed out a little bit. Holy moly. Let's go out to the daily here. Get that swing. Are you feeling overall going in September on crypto? Overall news headlines, force cycle dead, Dems, reps, fights over policy. My opinion, I'm short term, like half day trade on everything. That was really hard to read. Oh shit! Premium supporter? Brother! Johnny, champion, all-star, chat of the chat so far. Thank you so I don't know how much those 10 jewels were worth. I still think you're chat of the chat right now. Thank you so much for becoming the premium supporter. I do appreciate you, man. Sold up by 8%. Great. Awesome. All right, let's go out to the daily here. Let's see what this... Ooh. Looking at the daily, this is really strong. Holy moly. Holy crap. Okay, hold on. Hold on. Did we get that 886? The coveted 886? Holy guacamole, we did. We got the coveted 886 retracement before the rally. Oh boy. This is a continuation of trend. So as long as nothing changes, I'd be looking for XLM to go up and test that 35.23 level. Now, from our previous peak before the large dump-a-roonage, we're looking at this right here. This right here. Lines up almost perfectly with the 618. So from here, you could see anywhere between 21 or even an 89% move to the upside. You know we rockin'? Yes! Hell yeah. Don't sleep on the jewels. I'd try not to. I'd try not to. That's how you get defective sperm. I mean, yeah. Cuts and stuff. Yeah, that. All right, looking at the 1 hour time frame. 1 hour looks pretty solid. It's pretty solid, just like the rest of the market. You know, very homogenous out here. Hidden bullish divergence starting from way downtown. So in the short term setup that should play out. I'm saying should. I'm not saying it will. Just it should. Even at a nice little double bottom here, we could be looking at 26 cents. Dual and YouTube are basically virtual currency. Viewers buy in a mobile app to send, get the virtual live streams. YouTube version of TikTok style gift. Oh, that's really cool. What's good, bro? What do you think about AMC stock? I don't think much, but we're going to look at it for you. I don't think much. What's up, Dream Takes? AMC. Didn't AMC pump recently off of like an amazing earnings call? I don't even understand how they're making money anymore. Unless they're tied into Amazon's service, the Prime service. If they're tied into that, then I totally understand. We could see XLM take a 31% jump to the upside in the next leg up. So pay attention to XLM right now. This honestly great trade setup opportunity here if we stay bullish. If we're staying bullish, we have a nice double bottom setup, 5.5% to the downside. And we could be looking at that 31% move to the upside, which is a 5.75 to 1. Chillin'. Hope you're doing good, bro. I'm fantastic, man. I am fantastic. Says Grok. Oh, Grok gave you all that info, Rich? All right, I got you. Hey, that's great, though. That's great. So, yeah, 5.75 to 1. 15Xs are on deck for a 32% run to the upside. Let's go, XLM. Let's go. All right, moving on from here, we got Biddy. So, don't really remember. Oh, there it is. The Bitcoin mascot. The Bitcoin mascot's been going nuts. Absolutely nuts. Oh, my good lord. So, we did have a trade setup that got completely stopped out before rocketing to the moon. Damn shame they got us. They got us. Didn't even go down to the lowest levels of support. Absolute shame. And now we're hitting that 618 common retrace. Oh, boy. What are we doing? What are we doing? The market was so mean to us. It was so mean. Oh, after that, I mean, we just focus in on the 618s from here. You already hit 1618. Next target's probably that 281, the 786. Then look at the 886, of course. What's up, bruh? Do you recall if SPY NAS follows BTC usually, or is it other way around? Also, can you look at Iran and Soxel? Sure can. Look at that. No, usually when the markets start rotating their money, then we end up seeing the S&P 500 and the NASDAQ. Actually, the NASDAQ will usually follow with Bitcoin. The S&P usually goes down when Bitcoin will go up during bullish times for crypto. And that's usually because the S&P 500 is not really the place to be if risk on it's time. So, just saying, S&P 500 is not a risky place. The NASDAQ, a little more risky, a little more tech heavy, a little better. The D-list fart coin on FEMX, which trigger a realized loss of 14K on my position. Then everything pumped a week later. Damn. Talk about getting the butt end of the deal right there. Golly, that's awful. Sorry to hear that. Let's put in Iran. Yeah, this feels like bullish times. We got a bunch of viewers here. We got a bunch of requests in here. This is great. However, hearing about the losses is awful. Yeah, my eyeball hurts. My eye is hurting. This isn't good. I better hurry up. All right. So Biddy right now. Biddy at the moment, we could see a little bit more upside. I would not be getting greedy right now. Me personally, I would be taking profits because, you know, maybe you get another 19%, maybe you get that whole 30%. If it continues, great, awesome, but if you were in this thing from the high or low on the daily up till now, you're already up 289%. I would be taking a little risk off the table if it was me. Uh, but I'm not in it. So this is all going to be your own ideas. Noted. If we decide to take it from the next peak up, then we could be looking at the possibility of seeing even more upside going toward that 618. So if the rocket ship continues rocketing, you might see this thing go up another 123%. I personally would not be betting on that. I would bet more if you were to come back down to the 200 EMA, hold it as support, and then I'd start getting a little more bullish again. As of right now, it just looks overheated. You are overbought on the daily. Yes, it could rally another 30%, but at what cost? You might miss it. You might miss it. BTC, ETH, or Sol will make you money just as well as Fartcoin. That is unfortunate, though. Yeah, it is unfortunate. I think I need eye drops. I'm down here. It might be the heat in this room, too. You know what? We're going to take the glasses off. How about that? Oh, boy. We're dying slowly out here. I'm not used to the long streams. We're an hour in. Oh, boy. I'm cooked. All right. We're going to move on from this one. This nice little meme that has pumped into oblivion. Get out of my way. The hourly is also overbought. High stochastics. I would be getting out of this before I went to bed. Just personally. It has pumped enough. Has pumped enough. GitHub? What are you talking about? Oh, chilling. Risk appetite is cooling, but crypto is holding. Sweet. I love my market updates. I really do. I love them. It's fantastic. All right, going into LTC. This one's for you, Hulk. This one's for you. Go wash your eyes out. Nah, that might be a good idea. I'm like sweating in here too. It's rough. Rough times. All right, checking out the daily. Still under the 200. Wow. Still under 200, but last time I looked at this thing, I was like, hey, it could go up to the point of control or the 786. Lo and behold, we're up there. We're up there. Oh, meet Damien in the house. What's up, man? All right, as this thing is interacting with 200, we are overbought. This is usually a bad sign, but I would be giving this a little bit more leniency considering the halving that is coming next year. So looking at this, it does look like it has found its normal area of bottoming out. So if we can maintain above 47.64, we might actually be looking for some crazy high prices. Like getting back up to 140 would make plenty of sense, but I would be focused in a lot more on this peak from back in 2021. I'd be focusing in on that heavily. Because 2021, that was shortly after the halving. I'd be focused on that bad boy. Right here. Something like that. So I wouldn't be surprised if in the long term we see 271 again out of Litecoin. Wouldn't be surprised. Sui for a request. All right. We'll get to Sui. I don't see why having matters when you already can't mine it and make a profit. All the S coins from Doge. And it's inflationary. Yeah, that's fair. That's fair. Thank you, Rich. Giving the shout out to Damien, guys, girls, everyone inside of the chat. Go check out me, Damien. He streams way more often than I do. He's over on TikTok. He's over on YouTube. You guys can go over, check his content out. Enjoy the accent. Get a little bit of knowledge from his insights. Enjoy. On the list, bro. Yes, WW is on the list. Don't you worry. I'm just talking too much. And we will get to it, but I will say we got some time before we get there. Got a little bit of time. We're checking out LTC, the last of the members requests. And then you are, what is this? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 9th on the list after this. So, bear with me, guys. It's been a while since I had this many requests. Sorry I'm not flying through it. But I figure we should get a lot of context when it comes to, holy crap, the 4-hour looks great. For Litecoin, are we kidding? When it comes to these altcoins, I think we should get a lot of context, because it does look like right now Ethereum wants to outperform Bitcoin, which is usually positive for the alts. So it's just something to pay attention to. We're flagging out right now on Litecoin. The flag is nice because then we can measure the flag and then ride it to the upside. So if we do get that breakout, we're going to be aiming at 64.37. LTC looks good. LTC looks great. Damn dollar. What? If you sell at the right time, you make a good profit. That's fair. That's fair. That is fair. I think that's how that works. But if it was that easy, everybody'd be billionaires. Billionaires. All right, that's Litecoin right now, looking really solid. Let's go ahead and get into the general population. So XDC is next. This was the first request before the face cam went on, and I don't get the same benefits as I do when I put my face on TikTok. I swear there's a filter on that thing. Absolutely insane. I'm like, I haven't looked this good ever. I'm like, what the hell? Anyways, gives you all the ruggedness of being old with all the smoothness of being a ripe young teenager with no acne. It's kind of wild. All right, beautiful breakout after a liquidity sweep, but the big thing to point out, this massive falling wedge that XDC came out of. Now you are fighting with the level of resistance, so that's something to pay attention to. If you can get above and hold as support, this 3167, great, awesome. That's going to be the first step to getting out of poverty. But on a measured move type thing, we still would be looking at this 298% to the upside based off of the breakout and the, I'm going to say it's confirmed low, back test, whatever it needs to be, but it held support from previous levels of support. So this thing does have every opportunity of going up, provided nothing bad happens. Provided nothing bad happens is the key here. Provided nothing bad happens. So, I don't know. I like the 618s. They're very common. So looking at that 0.10743 would be my takeaway on a long-term hold. For the day trader out there, I'd be focused in on this 1 hour time frame. I like the 1 hour for getting into my trades. Looks like your opportunity is coming up right now. Great. Got a little overbought. Looks like it's getting ready to run up again after this crazy liquidity grab. Thing I would be a little worried about is the fact that you had bearish divergence, a liquidity grab, a liquidity grab to the downside for anybody who was bullish, a lower high, and this looks like another liquidity grab. So I don't like it when charts look like this. I usually stay away from these. Looking at your 15 minutes trying to look as bullish as possible. You have a nice rounded bottom forming here. So if that's the case, I'd look at this more like a bull flag than anything else, and a breakout right now. So if that is the case, this is what I'd be going for right at this moment. So I'd be looking for a move up to 0.03242. From where you're sitting right now, that's a nice little 6.7% upside. That's all I'd be looking at. We'll see if that plays out, but it looks like the fake outs are in for this bad boy. XTC's doing some weird stuff. Next up, we got ABT. Arc Block. That's what we got. Arc Block. Damn, the trade setup got stopped out. That sucks. And then it started moving. Oh, how annoying. How annoying. Oh, that was the only trade setup we put in there, too. Damn it. Oh, it's such a shame. Such a shame. Everything faking out to the downside before rallying. Ugh, ugly. Ugly. But Arc Block still, now it's on track to get up to that 24.82. Unfortunate. Not a low enough stop loss when I was looking at it. Didn't account for the crazy liquidity grabs in the markets. That is unfortunate. That is unfortunate. All right. Anyways, from here, I would still personally be looking for another 22% upside. So let's hope that next leg starts coming up overnight. Looking pretty good. I think we could see a pullback Thursday night, end of the month. Could be. But also that is Jackson Hole, the eve of Jackson Hole. Bro, 50 cents about when you see that. Not interested in sub 30? No telling, man. There's no telling. This could take months. Because remember the time frame we were looking at for that? Oh, that trade setup's still in. Let's go, baby. Could take months, honestly. Could take months. So I would say anywhere between now and the end of the year is what I'd be looking for. Things start going our way a bit more, then we're good. Could start happening by next month. Things don't go our way and we chop around a bit more. Could be looking at December, January. Actually, I wouldn't count on January. If it doesn't happen by December, I don't think it's coming anytime soon. So it's already been in consolidation for 5 months. Hey, it could last way longer. Link was in consolidation for 2 years. It could last way longer. But yeah, technically this thing's been consolidating since February. That's kind of the weird part. You had an impulse move back to consolidation lows, and now you're starting to rally out of there. You're hoping this leg up will be higher and take you straight into that profit taking level. So hopefully it happens for you soon. But noted, you are also coming out of this large falling wedge pattern, so you could get way more than you're expecting, or you're going to have wealthy people accumulating as much as they can at these lows, forcing the price back down to try and get this 565%. So just be a little careful of that. Be a little careful of that. So yeah, could take a while, but it's okay. I mean, just because market is finally pumping, it should follow sooner. Should. It's a big should. But yeah, once the whales catch wind of this thing and how much upside it could have, that's when you start seeing weird, erratic price action. It could just pump straight up there, take out that 53 cents, or you see it slowly break above 21, pull back below it, break above again, pull back below it, hit 30, pull back below it. It just, they could chop this thing up for months, and it gets really tiresome to watch. So just mentally prepare for that and hope for the best. All right, we're looking at Dia. Oh man, look at how mean this wick was. Ugh, so mean. And so once again, you see the choppiness here. This is what I'm talking about. You're maintaining this uptrend and it's just grinding along the uptrend. One day it'll pop. You just won't expect it. It'll just be like randomly, oh, it's up 50%. What happened? I don't know. It was a Wednesday afternoon. Some guy hit buy. That's all it takes. So I would be paying very close attention to around this level. Could happen around the midway of September. Could get squeezed as it is an ascending wedge of sorts. Right now, we might see a little squeeze in the coming days because we did have a level of resistance back here, and we tried to breach it once. Now it's looking like it's trying to squeeze its way back up again. So it does look like an ascending wedge. These ascending wedges usually have a violent impulse move to the upside, and this one could settle within the next couple days by the 29th. So next 5 days should get a result, and I'm still aiming for 2402. In the very long run, I am looking for possibly getting up here around 79 to 80 cents. So 79 80 cents. From when we looked at it in the past, that was 554% upside. Just might take a while for it to pan out. Once again, the reaccumulation phase could take a long time. If the markets start getting screaming hot, if we get any news the Fed wants to do some QE, some printing to save the jobs market, we're going to start seeing cryptos start going nuts, just like in the COVID days. But if they keep trying to act hawkish as the treasury's trying to print money for us, it's going to be a little rough. What are these random coins? Hey, man, people follow them. People follow them. And we're doing the TA on them. You know, we got over what? 1 million cryptos out there that we could look at any given point in time. All right, let's check out Near. Near Protocol. Near's doing good. Above the 200 daily moving average once again after that nice fake out to the downside. Liquidity grab even. Now we're back above it. Honestly, 358. Hard target right there. 358. A lot going for Near, and you're not overbought right now. Not overbought at all. I think Near is entering a brand new bull run as it has made that nice bullish back test, and it is below the 50 while it was down there. So I think Near is about to be a top performer in this next run to the upside, and I would not be surprised if it did that. Not surprised in the least. Seems like Wall Street really likes Near for some reason. Next target after that is going to be $5.40 and possibly even getting to the 786, 665. That's what I'd be focused in on. But as of next leg higher, yeah, I'm looking at 358. I think Near's about to start moving and grooving. Doing a little two-step to the upside. Checking out the 1 hour. 1 hour looks solid. Looks solid. Nice little move down. Staying above the 200 EMA the whole time in the 1 hour. Now you're getting a nice rounded bottom for the 15-minute. This looks really good. Really good. I would just focus on the breakout of the trend. So right now the trend is down at the moment. Get that breakout. Yeah. I'd be going long. I'd be going long and just seeing how far it could go. As of right now, for the short-term trade, I'd be looking at it from down here. Short-term trade. Looking to get up to like 242 or 243. Hi, dude. Can we look at Cookie and or Lab? Yeah, we can check out both. Thinking Short. How you doing today? Welcome in. Welcome in. Cookie and Lab. I don't think I've ever looked at Lab. Yeah, we'll check them both out. Hopefully you're having a fantastic day, Thinking Short. All right. Moving on from Near. Oh, wait. I didn't give you the percentage here, did I? Percentage to the upside, I'd be looking for 22%. Looking like it could be a bullish week as long as nothing goes wrong. Could be a very bullish week. Let's check in on the trades real quick. Pendle, we are still down 16%. Absolute shame. And it looks like for ENA, we're down 15%. What a shame. Hopefully we don't get stopped out tonight. Like the stream, smash the likes. That would be fantastic if you guys could hit the like button. The likes have been lacking in videos and live streams. It's been really, really sad. You guys are lucky I don't dictate how often I go live based off likes. The showing would be worse. All right, let's check out Bio. This one's for DZ, the new mod, Bio. Alrighty. Bio, looking solid. Looking solid. Looking like it screwed us on the trade setup before, but now it looks like it wants to do it. Absolute shit show. Slightly below our stop loss, and it pops up back in there, and now it's ready to go. So Bio, I'm still pretty bullish on it. Still thinking we're going to get that 149% move to the upside. Just couldn't account for the random nonsense last week. Could not account for that. Or last week, week before, whatever that was. But, yeah, Bio looking pretty good for that 7-cent level. Looking pretty darn good. 4 hour looks phenomenal. Absolutely phenomenal. Holding a solid level of support down here at 2864. Yep, I would be quite bullish on this thing. Now, in your long-term run, this thing could go nuts. Could go absolutely nuts. All the way up here to 20 cents. Eventually. Eventually. This could take you a while, but 572% on the swing. So, let's just hope nothing goes wrong. Let's hope the Fed at Jackson Hole doesn't throw some cold water on everything. I swear, if he gives us forward guidance, oh, I'm going to lose it. I'm gonna send him a postcard of a bag of poop on fire. Leave it on his doorstep. Anyways. We got the 1 hour. 1 hour looks pretty good too. Maintaining that 200 EMA. Wouldn't be surprised if this starts moving up by tomorrow. This looks really good. Yeah, no problem, man. No, I like this. This one actually looks pretty good. Breaking the downtrend, holding support. Beautiful. Beautiful. Hidden bullish divergence from all the way downtown, especially back when the bullish cross happened. Okay. Okay, I see you. I see you. Short term, looking for that 435 level. Short term, looking at 46% upside. Not bad. Not bad. 7-cent take profit. Yeah, 7189. But yeah, nearly 50% in the short term. Bio looks nuts. Alrighty, next up, Base Cat. Base Cat. Most bullish coin of the night. I'm in Pindle and ENA. I think both of those. Could be some random meme coin though. Could be some random meme coin. I'm totally biased because of my own trades. All right, looking at Base Cat. This thing is brand freaking new. I'm not sure what you want out of me, but we'll do our best. So we have a level of support right there, and right there. Yeah, candle closes. Then we got a level of resistance right about there. Let's go to the 4-hour. Do we have anything? 4-hour stochastic reset. We got a little overbought, but we're okay. We got back above the 21 EMA. We only have a 21 EMA, so that's always fun. We could argue this is bullish consolidation. Could make the argument. I wouldn't because it's so new and it's a meme. We had a nice downtrend, broke out of. No bullish back test. Oof. Instead, we just maintained our level of support. But on the short term, I would be a little concerned. We put in our highs. We got bearish divergence now with wicks. I would be thinking a huge pullback is coming. That would be my thought process, especially as now we're finding resistance at the 21 EMA. I would think we see a 43% drop. That would be my opinion. But remember, TA doesn't really work on these brand new coins, let alone meme coins. So if you see something where the group or few people that are in this thing are getting excited over absolutely nothing, might be time to start buying in. But as of right now, bearish backtest of the 15-minute 200 EMA. Ugh. Not fantastic. Not fantastic. Let's find out. All right, looks like accumulation before the SFP. Yeah, once again, could be some type of bullish consolidation. However, I don't trust new coins, so I think very bearish thoughts. Very bearish thoughts. I'm thinking 43% downside. Just my thought. Doesn't look good to me. Doesn't look good to me. If I'm using indicators, looks terrible. But if I'm going off group hype that's buying into this thing, sure, could rally, could go nuts. We'll see. I don't have any price targets. The moon, honestly, no price targets at all. We're gonna move on from this. We got Pepe. Pepe. Oh, looks beautiful. Plus, you're getting your higher low all the way up there from your bullish divergence. Oh God. Yes, you have hidden you have bearish divergence and all, but that doesn't matter. I think they swing failure pattern before sending it down. Could be a thing. Really could be. I don't know. Trusting TA when it comes to brand new meme coins, it's very, very hard to do that. Very hard. So that's why I always take it as like, I'd get out right here. But I don't really play with the new meme coins anymore. Fill the fair value gap. Could do that. Just noted to fill that gap, you are looking at that 40-something% downside. Alrighty. Wow. I like that it broke the downtrend and it's rallying and it's above the 200 EMA on the daily. Pepe might actually be in for some huge swings. Holy guacamole. Holy guacamole. We are hitting a level of resistance very soon at that 479. After that, I'd be focused in over here at 682. Wow. It's quite impressive. Quite impressive, Pepe. So, in the long run, we might see 162% more upside. SHIB will too. SHIB might. Just might. Looking at our 4 hour. 4 hours trying to look absolutely gorgeous. Looking at our 1 hour. 1 hour looks solid too. A lot of bearish divergence, but the sideways trading action is really nice. It's actually really nice because you can reset all your indicators while going sideways. Absolutely beautiful. RSI's overbought. You're absolutely right. RSI's overbought. But just because it's overbought, that's not like the nail in the coffin. If we're in bullish times, it'll just stay overbought. Like, no problem there. Could stay overbought for days. These lower time frames just start carrying you to new highs non-stop. It's absolutely insane. So yeah, right now you had a bearish divergence. Now you have a higher high. So it's like you got to adapt a little bit. And as you see sideways consolidation in bullish times, you should be getting extremely bullish over that. Extremely bullish. Like right here for Pepe, this looks like a bull flag. So I would take it from your recent swing low to high. I could argue it coming all the way down to the bottom here, but I'm not going to do that. I'm going to be conservative. And so right now, I would think Pepe could be heading up to 557. That's what I'd be looking at right now based off the 15-minute time frame. Can you do AMP? I sure can. J-Mo, how you doing today? Hold on, guys. I'm going to have to take a brief intermission. I got to go say goodnight to my children. I'm going to be gone for a couple minutes. But, yeah. Other than that, watch this stuff. Looks like we're not as bad on Pendle, and we're not as bad on ENA. The two trades that I'm in. We're out here doing things. I'll let you just stare at my trade as I'm low on funds. Family first. Always. I'm going to be right back, though. I'll be right back, guys. Give me a couple minutes. Go get some water. Go to the bathroom. I'll be right back. Whew. All right. I'm here. If you're into memes, loves, not It's not even a meme, really, but it's on Sol. Donated 90K in fees to a wildlife sanctuary to stop 50 plus exotic animals from being seized by the government. Wow. I was about to rip Keen to hear what Porky thinks. Be cool if he checked socials too. I definitely will not check the socials, but we will check the chart. We will check the chart. Alrighty. So, I almost missed saying goodnight. Oh man, I was almost in trouble. Alright, moving on from Pepe, we got SPX. Oh, SPX looking solid for the evening. Wow, up 6%. Ooh. Yeah, very bullish consolidation. Jesus. I mean, everything's flagging out. Everything looks really good. Beautiful break to the upside. Hard to be bearish tonight. Really hard to be bearish. I mean, if this is... What a great dad. Hey, man, I'm just trying to make sure my kids know I'm here, you know? All right, we could see this thing rally up to 64. 64.97, 33% upside. What we're looking at for SPX, possible. Wow. Let's go to the day. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. See, even on the daily, we're looking really good. Nice break of the downtrend, holding a level of support. Finally got a higher low. Absolutely gorgeous. Absolutely gorgeous. Oh boy. We held the higher low. That's beautiful. So naturally, we're gonna go like so. Boom, boom, boom. Oh, and you look at that. Lines up almost perfectly with getting to our 1618. So yeah, I'd be banking on that 33.65% to the upside. That 200 resistance ahead. No. That 200 is behind us on the daily. And we're getting a bullish engulfing candle on the new day. SPX is looking really solid right now. Really solid, even though it's overbought. Actually, I'm blind. It's fine. It's fine. No worries. I was just cycling through the time frames, so it could have found resistance at one of them. I was cycling through time frames right there. All right, WW Sol. All right, this is the problem. Can't find it. This is what I was worried about. WW. Is that it? The WW International Inc. Is that what it is? Going to do well this cycle? It probably will. A lot of meme coins are probably going to do amazing. Is it this thing? WW on Sol. I can't even look it up like that. Taking off? Oh, you're talking about SPX? Hi, sir. Wish I had super chat money, but I have no dry powder, baby. It's all in BTC. Anyways, can we see my sleeper coin BTR? Certainly can. No worries, man. That's what it is. Let's see if we can look that up. There it is. Oh, it gave us the chart. Would you look at that? Wildlife Wonderland. The 1 hour looks pretty solid. 4 hour looks solid on reaccumulation. That's good. You're going to have some resistance you're going to have to deal with. Going to have some resistance at that 3842 level. This uptrend's really promising. Means somebody's interested in it. Someone's interested in it, and they're buying right now. This is good. This is good. So naturally, to start, you're going to think, nice little 618. Could see 240% upside. Noted, your market cap is only 204K. So I think jumping into this thing, you're more likely looking at like, hey, I want 100x. So I hope it gets there. But to do TA on this chart, kind of pointless. Market cap's just way too low for TA. Way too low. Not enough traders in there, not enough holders, not enough anything. Hopefully it pans out, though. Level up was acting as a support in the past. You're breaking above it now. So hopefully the community's strong. Hopefully the community's strong. Wildlife Wonderland, yeah. Yeah, this thing, it does look promising for that 240%. It's just, this market cap, I wouldn't even consider looking at it if I'm being honest. Because somebody right now, it's like, let's say somebody wanted to throw 50 grand into it. You see a giant spike on the chart, somebody's going to sell that off. They're going to be like, oh my god, money, and sell it off. So they wouldn't even care. This was launched by a wildlife sanctuary for exotic animals? Yeah, I guess so. But yeah, from a trading and investment standpoint, the market cap's so low, it's not worth trading. If you think it's promising for the future and you believe in the project, hey, I hope you get that 100 to 1,000x. I really do. How old is this thing? The fact that it's already this many days old, it hasn't done anything, it's going to be really hard to get it off the ground. The community's really going to have to come together and market this thing. So yeah, unfortunately I don't have better news. I'm sure that they have some good stuff going for them. It's just, this one's definitely not for me. It's too new. It's way too new. And I personally just don't play around in the brand new stuff anymore. It's just, the risk is too high. Sorry I don't have better news. Sorry. But I'll look at it every time you ask for it. Oh no. I don't want that up. Alright. Alright, moving on. We'll check out some AMC stock. AM Sizzle. AMC, we had a trade set up here, and it looks like it's playing out. Wow. So we had nice movement to the upside. We had a nice little pullback, rounded bottom on the daily, getting back above that 21 EMA, and now overnight above resistance at 264. Next target we're looking at is probably that 379 to 399. But for a trade setup, we're going to be looking at that 438 level after the break of the downtrend. This is absolutely beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. Golden cross more than likely just happened. Once again, I don't have my 50 EMA on this chart, but based off what's going on here, golden crosses happen. So I would not be at all surprised if this thing starts moving, gets another 65% to the upside. Let's go AMC. AMC's looking solid. Not much else I got to talk about for that one. All right, moving along. We got IREN. So we've looked at IREN a few times. IREN just not catching a break. That 200 EMA, we are back below it again. Ugh. Still, once again, as long as we can stay above 3074, we're doing just fine. Overnight, getting a little bit of buying pressure, back up to 4020. But, ugh. It's starting to look harder and harder for it to get that nice move to the upside, that 114% we're looking for. Every time we fall back below 42.21, it's making it seem like that is the hardest level to break above. Not fun to watch. Things to take away from, though, you have bullish divergence from your lower lows. We're waiting for a higher low. That is all we're waiting for. So even if it comes down, as long as we're still above 30.74, we're okay. If we lose 30.74, get out of there. It's not going to be fun. Not going to have a good time. It's going to be rough. Gonna be real rough. Let's hope and pray that doesn't happen. All right. After that, we got Soxel. Well, it looks like the short is playing out. Oh boy, I forgot what this thing was. It's a Bull 3x ETF. Ooh, semiconductors getting hammered. That looks tough to break up. Yeah. This is not ideal right here. So once again, previous level of support acting as resistance. This is why we started getting bearish. Now it's like, do we hold 102 or do we get to go try and test this uptrend from way back when? Back in April of 2025. Good God. Good God. Down 7% on the day. Up 3% after hours. Ugh. Just got back below that 200 EMA. Not ideal. So semiconductors, they really need to pick it up. They're not doing well. Closer to the test than up. Yeah, that's true. That's true. Thing you don't want to see is you pop up and you start fighting against this 21 EMA and it starts pushing you down. Almost certain you're going to go see 61.81. Almost certain. So let's hope that doesn't happen. Let's see what happens on this 102 test, or if we even test it. And then we happen to get above 159. Well, yeah, we got a target to the upside, but we'll see. We'll see if it happens. This one I would be rather bearish on in the short term. Yeah, short term not so great. All right, Sui. Let's check out some Sui. Hope it finds ground, but it looks ugly. It looks really ugly with that rounded top. It looks really ugly. All right, Sui. I totally forgot that I drew this falling wedge. Totally forgot. We did not test the 55-cent level already. I dislike it. We are fighting against resistance at 88.31, so that's kind of cool. We did get a little overbought. We're not bad. Not bad at all. I think right now it is setting up for another leg higher. I'd be aiming at that 132.20 on the daily time frame. Oh, 4 hour looks great. 4 hour looks great. Oh boy. I like the 4 hour. 4 hours basically just screaming. We're going for another leg up. Just screaming it. Your 1 hour is doing the same thing. Top of its lungs. And it's broken out now. So you have now broken out of the recent downtrend. Yep. You're about to get a 1 hour candle close outside of the downtrend. So, if you're day trading this puppy, what I'd be looking at is this right here. This right here. Oh, great setup. God, really great setup. Holy moly. Nice tight stop loss, then 5.6%. I like the 1272s. 29% to the upside, 5.3 to 1 trade setup. I'd take this one all day. I would take this one all day and just hope that we don't get a liquidity grab. This looks really nice. So shout out to Meet Damien for this request. He wanted some Sui out there, and Sui's looking solid. Solid. All right, moving on. We got Cookie. Looking at the Cooksters. A lot of coins are beginning to follow BTC again. Yeah, it is starting to follow BTC again, which it's good and bad. If Bitcoin's doing well, it's great, but the fact that they all move together, kind of bad. Kind of bad. Oh, wow. All right, so we got some good and some bad when it comes to Cookie. The bad part is, thanks to this previous high and this lower high, it does give us the capability of moving our trend line to this lower high. And we lost the 200 EMA. We have bearish divergence and a lower high. This doesn't look great for Cookie. Cookie's looking a little rough out here on the 1 hour. So here's our downtrend. We really got to break that downtrend. Now, there is some saving grace happening right now on the 1 hour time frame. We did have a recent low before the rally. And based off that low, this wick low, we did hit that 886 retracement. So it is a very positive retracement level to find bids. And this was on that crazy pullback at the start of the weekend. I might gamble and pop on this though. Right? So this looks pretty good on the pullback stance if you're looking at market structure. But let's go ahead and put on our market structure indicator real quick so you can see it. So here we are. You're right above a bullish order block. Ham and banana. Nero. All right. Get some Nero. That is one crazy name. I can't even say it. Can't even say it. Nero. We'll put it on the list. If you guys could do me a huge favor, hit the like button. That would be greatly appreciated. Greatly appreciated. Goes a long way. In my heart. Goes a long way. So anyways. If this turns into a bullish, if you do get that breakout to the upside, which noted, being below the 1 hour's 200 EMA, not the best. Not awesome. Dalen Carr, Mr. ETC, how you doing? Welcome in. Thank you for the sub. I appreciate you. So, not the best. Usually when we're below that 200 on the 1 hour, I like to short it. I really do like to short it. You also, on your market structure indicator down here, you're getting the strong high indication, weak low down here. So this usually means great time to short, but we're going to give you the bullish case first because the whole market seems to be trending up. And we could have bottomed out down here after getting this wild swing to the downside. Nearly the entirety of the downside was hit. Nearly. We did get the 1272. Got halfway down. So close. But anyways, upside swing, I'd be looking at overhead resistance. Setting at 0208. So this would be your trade setup right here. I would have a stop loss below the previous lows. I don't know if you're going to come down for a confirmation low or not. We're not broken out yet, so you kind of got to account for the lower levels. And this could turn into a 92% move to the upside if it's bullish. Big if. Big ol' if. Now, if it's bearish, which I would be leaning bearish right now, considering you do have hidden bearish divergence on the 1 hour, and I'll point that out to you right here. That lower high, that right there, that's kind of your main problem. Let's make it big. See that thick old red boy? Well, if we look at our RSI, we have this going on right here. That's a real problem. Real problem when you see that divergence. That means you're gearing up for lower levels. So, if this does turn bearish, which I would be leaning toward for this one, I would say you're more than likely going to go test that 008 level. So here's the bearish setup that I would be taking. I wouldn't really care about those higher highs. I would care about this previous high right back here. The first time you cross below the 200, you're interacting with the 200 again. If this is bearish, you should not really cross above that. If you want to be a little more safe, you would account for the 886 to the upside, which that would be more like this right here. And that stop loss would then have to be raised all the way up here into that bearish order block, accounting for 14%. So I would wait and see what happens, but this would be the trade setup I'd go for. 25% to the downside. Not ideal. However, if we do pull our fibs from your lows to your high, that's kind of looking a lot like your 886 level. Looking a lot like it. Let's find out. Lo and behold, it's just below your 886. Just below it. So, that's how I'd be betting. I think a mosquito bit my foot. Oh, boy. Yeah, I'd be betting to the downside, but you have your bullish and your bearish case right now. You guys, you're here to make your own decisions. You're allowed to disagree with my analysis. It's just, this is the way I see the market. when I see a lower high and a higher RSI, I like to run for the hills. I really do. I'm like, hey, we're shorting this. It's going to be great. Below the 200 EMA, on top of that, you're just giving me a double confirmation of go short. So that's what I see out of Cookie right now. Not bullish, in my opinion. Next up, we got Lab. So I don't think I've ever looked at Lab. Oh, just down and to the right. Oh, this looks terrible. Let's check out daily. Let's turn off the indicator. Oh boy, I wouldn't touch this with a 10-foot pole. I'd wait. I would just wait and see what it does. No sense in gambling, especially when there are so many other better options in the market right now. Your previous level that should have acted as a major support, you're below it. Like, that's rough. That is rough. Really hard to be like, yeah, I'm bullish at lows because reasons. Even your RSI gave up on this thing. Yeah, daily RSI has just given up and went to bed, sleeping. Kind of a shame. I've never seen an RSI do that. I've never seen an RSI literally just flatline. That's wild. No strength at all. I would not touch this. To do TA on this, we have zero structure to go off of, so could keep falling. That's all I got for you. Could keep falling. And by could keep falling, maybe you find support at the 00963 level. Until you start creating a structure, I got nothing for you. I'm sorry. It's all bad. It's all bad. That's Lab, everybody. Let's go check out AMP. So AMP had a pretty good day today. Then it pulled back. Yikes. Oh boy. Great day today. So yeah, this is what I mean by like starting structure down. Like all this falling did not matter. You finally broke above the 21 EMA. So now you're thinking, oh, maybe it'll go test the 50, the 100, the something else. Previous level of support acting as a resistance, not a good look. Not a good look, because that usually turns into, oh, we're going to go test some previous levels of support or resistance. Currently speaking, if we pulled back down to 439, that would be a possible good entry. Possible. Not saying it will be, but possible. And then we also have a level right below it. So if we get to the 417 and we hold, fantastic. As of right now, looks like it's puttering out. You're already overbought on the daily. You went from completely oversold. We're waiting for a higher low. Once we get that higher low, then we can start indicating, oh, uptrend could be coming. So then we can start basically throwing that trending fib on and figuring out what's the next leg up going to be. As of right now, looks like it's just gotten a nice little impulse to the upside, and we are waiting. If you manage to break above this 506, 842. Just automatically. That's your bullish case right now. Looks like there's nothing stopping you from doing that because all you did was go down. So let's just say you get bullish tomorrow. We might see this thing jump up another 67%. Me personally, I would not be betting on that, but it could happen. Could happen. Your 1 hour's trying its best right now. It's trying really hard, actually. This looks really good on the 1 hour. 1 hour looks solid. I can see why people would bet on this overnight. Once again, I wouldn't. So. Anyways, that's AMP. It pumped. It's doing all right. It's hanging on to its price action. We'll see if it can continue. Next up, we got BTR. All right, BTR. BitLayer. Wait a minute. BitRoo. I think it's BitLayer. BitLayer makes the most sense. Very choppy on the chart. Very choppy. Interesting setup. Interesting setup. So this is the sleeper that you have, huh? Well, your sleeper's running into your 200 EMA, but I will say the little bearish divergence looks like it's getting ready to cancel it out. You do have bearish divergence right here. You're hanging on to your 21 EMA, which also means you're probably hanging on to your 50 EMA, which that's a good start. Good start. If you happen to break above 42.36, your next level of resistance, you're looking at 6.367. So I would have 2 targets on this bad boy, as long as you can maintain that moving average. 42% upside, or even 114% upside. That's what I'd be banking on at the moment. At the moment. Past that, it's just kind of, we'll see what happens. Let's check the 4 hour. 4 hour looks pretty good. Hanging on to your moving averages, still above the 200 EMA. 1 hour looks good. Hanging on to that 200 EMA, great. Great. Was acting as a resistance. Now it's acting as support. Really got to hold that. If you lose it, well, you tried. 15 minutes not helping you out. Not at all. But I wouldn't put too much weight on something with this low liquidity. Too much weight on that 15 minute. 15 minute doesn't really matter that much. That 1 hour is going to play a bigger role for you. So that's BTR. That's what I got for you. Not much. But you could see those movements. Possible 42% upside. Just got to catch some bids. Just got to catch some bids. Need the whole market to stay bullish. All right. Last one we got, Nero. Nero. Now, if I remember Nero correctly, this thing can pump. And it can pump really strong. It has. Nice movement. Nice movement. Not overbought on the daily anymore. Hitting that 200 EMA. Oh, boy. Wait a minute. We got a little inefficient price action here. Hold on. We do. Oh, we do. So you are hitting one level of resistance, but it's looking like if you can break above this 10217, you're going straight up to that 15.463. Let's look at your 4 hour real quick. Nice spike in volume. Very nice spike. Getting the nice reset while hanging on 21 EMA. This looks really good. Nero might be running pretty soon. I'd focus in on the 68% move to the upside on the next leg up. I wouldn't think it would go past that, but you just never know with these things. They could go nuts. They can go wild. They could be like Girls Gone Wild from back in the day. Yeah, this thing looks really good. Let's check the 1 hour real fast. 1 hour's not bad either. Still above the 200 EMA. Solid. And you're uptrending? No way. Actually uptrending? Wow. Actually uptrending. Oh my. Beautiful on the uptrend. So they're reaccumulating this puppy at these levels. Alright. That's all I got for you guys. Unless you want the short-term trade on this thing, which you'd look at it like a bull flag. There you go. Oh, it's going to come to a resolution tonight. Sweet. Yeah, you look at it just like this. Boom. Yeah, be looking for the 68% move. Cool. Let's go Nero. Anyways, guys, that's all I got for you. That's all the requests. We got through them. It is now 10 o'clock at night. Been live for 2 whole hours. We did it. We did it. So, if you're not a part of the Discord yet, join the Discord. It's free to everybody. Link is in the description down below. If you need an exchange to do any trading on, feel free. Jump into the links in the description. We got Buy DeFi, Weeks, Blowfin, BitUnex, all the options down there. And then if you're interested in checking out the indicators that I made for you guys and myself, I got the one that's up on screen right now. It shows bullish and bearish divergence, as well as where the first lower high or higher low is. But I also got the wonderful matrix of indicators. You all saw me drawing a lot today. Well, I made an indicator to stop me from ever drawing again. Yep. Gives you your local support resistance levels. It changes as the price starts moving up, so you can find the next resistance level. Gives you your bullish and bearish based off the RSI or the MACD, and shows you where that higher low is. So right now this thing is giving you all the bullish signals. MACD bullish divergence. You have your break of trend. You got things looking up for you for this thing. So yeah, those links, if you want to see those indicators, I do have links in the description below, but you can also find them. Here are the two that I'm using right now. The PF65 Momentum Structure Matrix and the 21 to 200 EMA Momentum and Divergence. So you guys can play with those if you want. It's up to you. Anyways, I'm going to get on out of here. Price action's good. I should be back tomorrow for the members only chat. So that's a chance for all the members to ask for whatever they want without having such a long list, and everybody else can watch. Donations do get through, so I guess you can do that. But also you can just join the Discord, ask for charts whenever I'm not live. It's always an option. There's a tab specifically for it. Anyways, guys, I'm going to get on out of here. For those of you who are members and you are a part of the Discord, make sure you're linked your YouTube to your Discord so you can get into the Members Lounge, because that Members Lounge is now giving news updates. It's scrubbing the news networks every hour on crypto updates. I might add one for the stock updates if I do get asked. But thanks to the news, it'll also tell you what altcoins to pay attention to during the day so you can trade those, because they're more than likely to move. So yeah, nice little handy dandy tool in there. Anyways, if I can get that thing as good as ChatGPT does for me, that'll be even better. But anyways, I'm going to get on out of here. Take it easy, everybody. Keep your stop losses tight. See you in the next one. Deuces. I'm out.